Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to review the Bridges of Madison County, directed by Clint Eastwood, and was released in 1995. In this movie Meryl Streep plays this Italian woman with the name of Francesca, who lives in Iowa with her man and two children who is teenagers, and but then when they are out for 4 days, then one day she meets a man who is a photographer, and is played by Clint Eastwood himself, who is looking after this bridge, and she goes with him to the bridge where he sort of makes photos, and doing their little trip over to the bridge, they start quickly to have some feelings for each other, and after some times she will eventually invites him home for the evening, and the feelings of course grows, and they start a relationship for 4 very intense days. And at the same time the film also cuts to sort of the present, where Meryl Streep has just died, the character of Francesca, and you sort of see her children reading about their love affair. So the movie is editing back and forwards in time. The Bridges over Madison County I saw for the first time yesterday. I've heard about this because of my parents told me about it, and they've watched it many times, and finally I got to see it, and it was interesting to see. It was very much a typical love story, but with some substance, and also with some similarities, of course, to Brief Encounter, which directed by David Lean, which is a much better film dealing with two people falling in love even though they can't have each other, because they are of course in a relationship. And here it has some of the same topics there, because Clint Eastwood is sort of a guy here that really just lives his life. He love going out and meet people, but he can't really. He never once he didn't have a family like Meryl Streep's character, so they're kind of the opposite to each other, but they have a lot in their personalities really matches, because they have very mutual respect for each other. It is a film that is of course made. It's very 19th movie in that sense. It feels a bit, I wouldn't say cliched, but it has a sense of there has to be a lot of emotions doing this, and especially during the second half, of course. I have to admit, when I saw it, I felt the first hour was really good. I felt it was patient, and I thought it has humor, and I like sort of the way they met each other, and sort of have some jokes, and just enjoyed each other's company. But when the movie sort of starts their affair, where they sort of have some they start kissing and have some sexual intimacy, and I felt like that part became a bit too much or too long. In that sense, I felt like of course it's natural, they want to show their affection for each other, but I felt the movie started losing its momentum a bit, and I felt it dragged a bit. Then near the end there has to be that scene where they have to find out, do they really want to continue their affair? Do they want to stick together, or do they have to go back to their the life they had before? And then the film starts to get interesting again, even though you kind of see where it goes. and it of course ends in a bittersweet way, and the right way, I will say. There's some, and it is the film. I wouldn't say I was moved completely by it, but it has a lot of heart, and you do feel a lot of, for especially Meryl Streep's character, and she's really good in this. I never really. It was difficult, I have to say. I didn't connect totally with Clint Eastwood's character, even though he's a very good guy and he plays the part well. But I never really got under his skin. But Meryl Streep I felt a lot for, and I sort of could see the loneliness inside her, and also the dilemmas of if she wants to continue with her life in where she lives on this farm, or does she want to go with Clint Eastwood? There's some you really get that dilemma, but it plays a lot with emotions, and it has to be very Americanized in the end, where there has to be a lot of tears, and it kind of have one ending after each other, where it maybe becomes a bit too much, a bit too sentimental to my taste. But it works. It's kind of a movie that is decent. Really, it's not a great masterpiece by any means, but it's a difficult genre, and a film, but it is a film that works for most parts, even though it has a lot of cliches, and also have some moments that I didn't care for at all. But I would say it's sweet, and it has heart, and it has good actors in it, and it has a purpose, and a very sweet score, a sweet love melody I really liked, and it is a patient movie, I have to say. It doesn't really, it's not, it's, yeah, of course, as like I said before, it drags a bit, but I do feel like the beginning is where it really focuses on the characters and how they meet. That's really some really good scenes there, and I would recommend it, even though it's too long. But yeah, that's just my opinion of this film. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments what you think of the Bridges of Madison County, and I hope you will all have a very nice day.